Hello, I am Xarkun. This is World of Warships Legends. On the screen here you see my build for the Azurlane Nelson Commander, level 16 Legendary 2. Got Cunningham and Galler as inspirations, and of course this is the build that I am using on the Tier 6 Premium Battleship, HMS Hood. You thought I was going to say Nelson, didn't you? Probably not, because the title of this video has the word Hood in it. But here's a ranked battle for you. Now, I don't really intend to complete this ranked season. I don't have the time for it, and I don't have time to division with any of the people who have offered to division with me in order to grind out ranked, because my work schedule is so haphazard and all over the place. In fact, the only really consistent day I have is Fridays, and I make sure that I have that day consistent to where I work early in the day and can therefore stream at night, or maybe once in a blue moon I can get that day off and stream earlier in the day. That's really the only consistent day that I have, besides Saturday, when I get to work 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. every Saturday. It's really great. In any case, I don't really have time to, partner up with somebody and go through ranked. But I did need to play a ranked game the other day because I needed a few more promotion orders, and I just so happened to be on a rank that I could rank out of and get a handful of more promotion orders so that I could use them to promote a commander. And at first, I was using my very favorite battleship in ranked, HMS Nelson, and I was having a fair bit of success. But then I thought, what ship would be really great to take out in ranked if you're going to take out a battleship? Something a little bit unexpected, perhaps underestimated by a number of players, and that battleship, of course, is HMS Hood. Now, I've heard things, especially things on social media, back when the Hood was first put into the game, saying that this isn't a very strong ship, that it's rather weak. Well, I'm here to tell you that that is not true at all. This is an incredibly strong ship. It might be one of the strongest Tier 6 battleships in the game. Now, feel free to argue with me in the comments about that if you don't agree with my assessment, but permit me first to make an argument. Now, before I get into that, you might be wondering why take a battleship into ranked. After all, you've always said destroyers are the most influential ships in domination mode, and that is true. But cruisers are also influential, and battleships, especially HMS Hood, can do that to them. We hit that shores for a Citadel, 30k damage, nearly kill him. He's lucky it wasn't a dev strike. So, while destroyers are really the most influential class of ships in domination mode, because they are stealthy, which allows them to take the capture circles, which of course is your best bet for winning a domination mode game, controlling the majority of capture circles. Well, the biggest threats to destroyers? Cruisers. And the biggest threat to cruisers, HMS Hood. There goes the Helena for our first kill of the match, 44,000 damage done. You see that the enemy team has 4 cruisers in its roster. We've killed one, we've got a second out there, and of course there's an almost dead Shores lurking somewhere around that corner. The York right now, though, only visible target, so we fire at him, and wow, look at that, another Citadel, another 30k damage, and another cruiser lucky to find himself not instantly deleted. So, cruisers, biggest threats to destroyers. If the cruisers kill your destroyers, that puts you at a distinct disadvantage, or it puts your team at a disadvantage. So, primarily in ranked battles, it's my opinion that the primary function of the battleship should be to shoot the cruisers first, and then deal damage to enemy battleships. Luckily, HMS Hood excels at just kicking the crap out of cruisers. We've already taken down 2. Can we make it a third? We send a salvo out at that shores. He's not going to go willingly into that Goodnight. He is turning, but all we needed was 1 shell, so Goodnight shores. And finally, we have the 4th enemy cruiser. We've taken down all 3 of them so far. We got the 4th one out there. It's the Indianapolis. I guess these guys were coming to... I don't honestly know what they were doing. Maybe they saw the Hood and they were like, aha, the Hood. What maniac is taking this out into ranked? Some insane person? We better shoot at him and kill him immediately. Well, the joke's on you, because there's another Citadel on yet another cruiser. We're up to 98,000 damage done, and we've got 3 kills. Now, that Indianapolis, good for him, decides he's had enough of that. He's going to disengage, stop firing his guns, and go undetected. So now I'm going to move in more aggressively. And now, I guess that's a good segue for my argument about why the Hood is so strong, particularly in the context of ranked. Now, there are other battleships at Tier 6 with more firepower than the Hood. Think the Sinop, for example, which has 16-inch guns, or the Colorado, or the Nagato. All of those have 16-inch guns. All of those have more firepower than the Hood. But what battleship is faster than the Hood at this tier? Can you think of one? I don't think there is one. So speed, that's one thing Hood has going for her. She's very quick, 33 knot top speed on my build here, and you can get it, or actually I think that's 33 knots with the Epic Booster of Battle Propensity flag, so pretty quick. And you could get it even higher if you wanted to use the Azerlane Hood Commander, who I intend to test out now that I have her. But speed, that in a battleship is possibly something that is undervalued. What does it allow you to do? Well, it allows you to reposition yourself. And you find in a battle that you're not having a lot of success in one position, turn around, kite away, and reposition yourself, and then re-engage in the attack. The Hood is uniquely good at doing that. Also, it's armed with the short-fused British armor-piercing shells, which means that it is highly capable of kicking the crap out of enemy cruisers, as we have already demonstrated, but it can be quite dangerous to enemy battleships, as you can see there with that pretty big hit on the enemy Sinop, who appears to, I guess, have given up. He is just presenting a flat broadside, making it as easy as possible for me to do what I'm going to do, and to top it all off, he's not even shooting at me. He's decided that a better use of his shells is to send them at the cruiser behind me. That's fine with me. We take him out there. For our 4th kill of the game, 135,000 damage done. We already have the high caliber metal too. So, speed on the Hood. That is one argument in its favor. Short-fused British armor-piercing, deadly to cruisers, and not to be underestimated against enemy battleships. And finally, the argument for the Hood. Its accuracy. Now, I am running Azerlane Nelson, and I do have the Running with Scissors legendary skill selected. As of now, that skill is kind of crappy, because while it does speed up the rudder shift time, which is very good, I think I have the rudder shift time down to 10 seconds on the Hood, which is fantastic for a battleship. So while it does do that, it also increases the dispersion of your shells, which makes them less accurate. Even still, though, besides the odd bit of really wonky, crappy dispersion, the Hood has pinpoint accuracy for a battleship. Don't use that shot to judge it, perhaps. I mean, we did miss the Indianapolis there. He is maneuvering and turning and varying his speed to throw off my shots, but he can only do that for so long before I dial it in and end his life here in this game. There's the shot, and there's the kill for the Kraken unleashed. 144,000 damage done and a Kraken in a ranked battle. So, the Hood, an incredibly strong ship. Granted, the enemy team here didn't quite make it hard for us. Nevertheless, we're going to end this game with a victory. Lots of damage done. Kraken unleashed. Hope you enjoyed it. If so, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Goodbye.